So when Kendrick Lamar called Drake a master manipulator, this is the kind of thing he was referring to what's happening right now as far as this lawsuit and discovery news story, so to speak, right? So let's go to the 48 Laws of Power and the Law of Chaos. It's often associated with stir up waters to catch fish, which essentially means creating a little chaos or disruption to gain an advantage and seize power in a situation where the status quo is unsettled. It's about leveraging instability to your benefit. And in my opinion, that's what this is about more than anything else. Because due to the sensationalism of the legal actions by Paperwork Papi and his legal team, the attention has been shifted. So let's really get into what actually is going on here. Let's get to it. All right. Without further ado, let's start it now. The Law of Chaos, right? Which I just introed with. This is what Drake and his team is trying to do. This is what they're trying to do, is they're trying to create chaos around the rollout of Kendrick's future projects leading up to the Super Bowl. This is a last-ditch effort to sort of stain all the success Kendrick Lamar has had. Now, before we get all the way into it, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, share the video, tell a friend and tell a friend. Now let's continue. So let me start here. First of all, some of the media people who are on the other side of the Kendrick Lamar success, right? Who are not going to benefit from that success. We're going to keep a theme here as far as why people are saying what they're saying throughout the media and social media for sure. Hip hop media to be specific. But okay, the idea that, let's say, UMG and Spotify do have some kind of investment within each other, okay? Mainly UMG investing in Spotify, and that being some kind of something that's illegal. It is not, all right, at all. Just simply put, we know that Tidal and Roc Nation have or had, I'm not sure to their current situation, similar investors, right? We'll just put it that way. We know that Apple has investments in United Masters, BIS Records, and other partnerships with record labels. We know that Amazon has the same thing. Okay, there's nothing illegal about that kind of investing. Let's put it that way, right? Okay, Walmart sells products, right? Walmart also has its own product that it sells in its store called Great Value. You know, everybody shops at Walmart, so this is a simple way I can explain it. So every product that Walmart sells, Walmart is also competing against them in their store at the same time. Now that would be deemed unfair, correct? And that's what people are saying. Well, UMG and Spotify having some kind of backdoor deal investment is unfair. No, it's not unfair. That is capitalism. That is the competition of business. So with that relationship, let's say that relationship exists. Again, that's alleged. You would be very hard to prove that Spotify is boosting streams. And if they are boosting streams, it would be a common practice and it would be done for everybody. So what the discovery and the lawsuit and the leaking it to the media does is really just put a stain on the general practices of the music industry. So basically what Drake and their team is doing is saying, well, if we're not going to be on top and you're not going to help me more than you help this other person because I've made so much money for everybody, then I'm going to try to destroy the whole thing. That's why in my first video that I did about this, I called him a snitch. That's why I let out with that. That's why he's Paperwork Papi now, because he's snitching because he's not getting his way. And he's not snitching in order to reveal some kind of crime. He's snitching to put a stain on the music industry in general. Now, I saw Joe Budden and various other people brought this up, that Drake's career was already on a downturn before any of this happened. This actually could have boosted his career, but he lost. He came out on the losing end, so it sped up the fall of his career and his music, being what the populace really wants to hear. So his response is to use the law of chaos. He's trying to throw just anything at the wall to see if it sticks. Now, he's kind of been trying to do this with all of the little records that he's doing. He's tried to make it a funny thing. He's tried to make it a victim thing. He's tried to downplay the impact of what Kendrick Lamar did and what has happened. And the truth of the matter is, you can't, because you're at least, I would give him 35 to 40% of the reason that the song Not Like Us is so popular, because it's about you and you are one of the biggest artists in music. See how none of this makes any sense now? You contributed to the popularity of the song, right? And he knows this, okay? Drake is not stupid. He's playing stupid. He knows this. His team knows this. This is their only way out of it, to create chaos around anything Kendrick is doing. And what is he doing? He's going above Kendrick's head. He can't attack Kendrick. That did not work. He tried. So now what his team is doing is trying to attack the people who are above Kendrick and everybody involved in this part of the music industry, which is Universal Music Group. And the reason he thinks this is going to work, or they think this is going to work, is because they figured because the Universal Music Group has so much invested in Drake, they would not let him fall. Big mistake. Now that part was stupid, right? They don't care. I said this in my last video and I cut it off because I was gonna say the wrong word. But they don't care which artist makes the money as long as the money keeps coming in. That's just business. That's the investment, right? That's why they have the position they have to be in charge of distributing so much music. And that is why their response to this lawsuit publicly, right, in the media was, well, why don't you just sue Kendrick? They know he can't, right? So that just kind of dusts that off the table like crumbs. You can't sue him. That's who your gripe is with, though. You don't have any gripe with us or Spotify. There's no way you can prove that we boosted the streams of Not Like Us. I mean, just simply put, Not Like Us, I've seen it at Indian weddings. I've seen clips like this. Okay, this is a song that has reached that level where it's a part of culture now. So there really is no way for Drake to fight that, because he is the subject matter of the song, and how he sees it, there's no way to escape that. Really there is, and the thing would have been to you go sit down, but he can't afford to sit down. He's done something wrong with his money. Okay, that we will probably never know, but there's a reason that he's afraid that his career will never be the same. Shout out to his album, Nothing Was the Same. This is also an important lesson in energy in what you put out, because that album was the start of this beef, so to speak, right? The rollout of that album is when this started. And now it's led to things not being the same for Drake ever again. So be careful what you put out there as far as messaging is concerned, because it can go the wrong way. Let me just put it like that. And as far as the hip hop media is concerned, and everybody, this is what you're seeing is opportunist, right? When Funk Flex comes out and he's talking about radio payola, first thing, Funk Flex, nobody cares about radio at all anymore. Okay, radio is towards the bottom rung in media consumption. But what he's doing is iHeartRadio is involved in this, and that is the competition of Hot 97, right? So what he's doing is selfishly trying to get at iHeartRadio by saying he's going to tell on. Nobody cares about what's going on in radio. Now, he also does not like Tupac, and in the past has tried to tarnish Tupac's legacy. Let's put it that way. So again, just inserting themselves for selfish means, not because they really care about payola or independent artists or any of those things, or things being unfair. They don't care about that. Okay, when you see Rory and Maul, they're just going against Joe Budden. Joe Budden doesn't like Drake. Everybody knows this. All right, they still have a beef with Joe Budden. So they play good cop, bad cop as far as being Team Drake. Right? That's the best way I can put it. You know, shout out to Daylight, because he mentioned this in a live that he did. You know, a member of a Room Full of Mirrors who's under the TDE umbrella, so to speak, right? Rapper, battle rapper, lyricist, just did the record with J. Cole, Collard Greens. He went on a rant about people trying to make it an East Coast, West Coast thing and all of this, and that nobody's interested in battling Lil Wayne. He also said that, right? But see, all of that, people making it we don't like the West Coast, and it's not direct, right? But it is undertones of that. All of that is part of the chaos. All of that is creating the chaos. Lil Wayne pretending to be overly offended. That's a part of the chaos. What they're trying to do is slow down what Kendrick Lamar is doing. Okay, it's a retaliatory practice and attempt to just muddy up this success, this meteoric success that he's having. I mean, Kendrick has been able to do, and again, all of the things involved led up to this, right? Drake being the subject matter of Not Like Us is a part of it. I'll definitely admit that. But it's like if Nas created a song like My Baby Got Back or Whoop There It Is, or one of those, you know, a real super commercial smash hit that normally would make an artist of that level look corny. People are like, oh, that's corny, right? But in this instance, this is, to me, the first time this has ever happened, where an artist made a ridiculously popular pop hit, but they're seen as an extremely talented and serious artist at the top level of artistry and at the top level of commercial success, right? In the social media era, where media is at its height, period, right? Consumption, entertainment, all forms of media is at its height. So that's all that's happening, all right? This is another master manipulator type scheme. Again, Kendrick really had a bead on who Drake was as a person. Okay, that's why the lyrics, as time goes on, just ring more and more, have more and more truth to them. So that's all I got, man. So let me know what y'all think about that in the comments below. I think they're trying to take us all for fools, Drake and his team again, because they're distracting everybody with this. This is a distraction more than anything else. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, share the video, tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank y'all for watching as always, and we out.